leaving the door open.
She's telling you, Brian, come on, this is what I want to do. I mean, at least
That makes sense.
because she just doesn't want to go from fuck you.
Yeah, it was bad.
Love you, baby. All right.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what she's saying. She's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that makes sense.
The other I can do.
All right, well, something, because I told her right around the show, I do like that better.
Yeah, I guarantee that's what she's saying.
And the fact of the matter is, I think if we give it a second shot, let's say after a few months, no, but I'm saying just one thing, you realize you can't be friends.
Yeah.
It's a good thing to learn. Because then
Definitely.
it's like, something I'm not gonna regret not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know, but if it's something that you hung out maybe 2-3 times, maybe once, and was like, oh fuck, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, see you tomorrow, or see you next week.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, well, that was fun, and then you progress even more. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
You never ever know.
That's
I
true.
mean, you got nothing else to lose. If she's leaving the door open and you're willing to do it too, because you know, and judging by what she's saying to you last night, what she read, she wouldn't have stayed with you 3 hours. She would have said, go fuck off, I'm leaving.
Well, I asked her about the Mary thing too. I said, I know there's, and you probably promised Mary something. And she said something like, she goes, no, I did. She said, but I would, she said, that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
And that's when she's, and I didn't like the going from the boyfriend status to this, I care for you status to, this, and I said, you expect me to go from there? I said it. I go, that's weird. But now in hindsight, it's not weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It actually makes sense because once again, even on my side, I didn't like that much recently. So maybe we can go out and go, maybe we don't like.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it got to the point you just spoke that stale.
Yeah.
I think you just.
But we always have great political conversations and we always say shit.
Yeah, but I'm sure it got a relatively boring book.
Yeah, I think that.
You know, do something different. If it's everything's routine, you get bored with it.
That's for
You
sure.
know, so maybe by default, there's this, especially with everything going on, you're just like, whoa. It just got stale.
Yeah.
So change it up. Really change it up and just do different.
Well,
things.
now on the side of that real quick, I think it's what's changing shit up. Since I'm not going back to work, right? They just told me they're gonna pay me for 2 more weeks for some reason. I get some sort of, the COVID, because I had COVID, so we did 2 weeks for that.
All right.
Okay, so I think I'll go back there, by the way. They've been too nice. But I mean, really, I don't work there like 4 weeks. Crazy. But I want to work on the show now since I have this time. Because really, the only time I have is I'm going to the gym, which is great. But I do have a ton of extra time. Why don't we figure out who we should be going after?
Yeah.
And like, do we want to start cutting newer clips and shit like that? Because I think we really got to do a push ourselves.
I mean, we could.
And I do have a ton of time right now.
We could cut new clips, but why bother wasting time doing that? We got a shitload of really.
Okay, we'll just take our old good ones that are just what.
Yeah, 100%.
But okay, but what I'm saying is, like, let's figure out who we should write. Should we write another agent? You know what I mean?
I think so, but that would be tough.
Why don't I was gonna write Ross Day too. Like I actually had it. And I almost sent it.
We should email him.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll do both.
Yeah, because maybe he's just not gonna. I don't know why.
No,
he's
he's
not
getting
gonna-
this text.
Of course he is.
We give this guy so many fucking excuses.
But if we're blocked.
I guarantee it's something like that, man. Because like we called it once every 2 months.
I know.
Yeah. Hey guys,
Oh my God.
Woody says.
Unbelievable.
It really is.
Mm. Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard. We are Renegade Radio. John Pica, Brian Burnett here hanging out. TheRenegadeRadio.com is the website. Check that out. Chat room's in there. Go say hello. And you can also go say hi to us on the YouTube channel.
You certainly can, John.
That's right, Brian. Renegade Radio Boston on YouTube, streaming live. Dwayne's in there. Sup, Dwayne?
Hey, you know something? You guys got to really promote that stuff because we just don't know.
What do you mean? They do?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think Dwayne and people like that.
You're still labeling it wrong.
Ooh, oh, maybe I'll have the live part.
Yeah, you just dated 7-27. That is,
today's date, John.
if Alex News Guy did that,
Yeah,
we'd be like,
I'll
Alex,
post
what the piss are you doing?
You know, I'm a busy man, John. I got stuff moving around over
Is there,
here.
is there a way to change it now?
I don't think so. I
Really?
think you'd have to end it and start a new one.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you know, we should do hashtags or something.
I keep telling you that.
Yeah, whatever.
And you're like,
Yeah,
yeah, I
do
know.
it.
I keep telling you. You do it.
I don't know who we hashtag. I don't know how to do anything.
I told you that. All right, so tomorrow, before we start the stream, we'll type in some hashtags.
Okay, well, yeah, we should hashtag the great Bruce Springsteen.
Ooh,
Did you
yeah.
see he's catching a lot of crap, John?
Is he? We should definitely hashtag Bruce Springsteen. We'd be on top of mind everybody's page.
And Ticketmaster. You know, once again,
Oh,
we're going through this bad time right now.
That's
You
what
know,
we gotta do.
just at the end of a pandemic, inflation going through the roof.
Yeah, a few bad things. Yeah.
And, you know, Bruce is going on his, I don't know, 1,000th tour this year. This guy, he's just a money-grabbing scumbag. I'm gonna go, okay. And JL, you can feed him. Shut up, stupid. I hate him. I saw that guy once because I got a free ticket, and he literally, it was a fun, and everybody touted, it's a 5.5 hour concert. But he talks for 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Clarence plays for the other 45.
I hate that when you go to a show and all they're doing is telling stories.
And that,
gives a crap about you stories of what happened in Asbury Park.
He's a pontificating piece of white trash, John.
Oh yeah.
And that's all he is. So he gets there with his stupid cat teeth and too tight jeans.
Yeah.
And he wants
he's
to
still
lecture.
doing the jeans
Of course
thing.
he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Well, he's a working man.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a working man, John.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
the
sure.
working man's hero, apparently.
Yeah,
The great Bruce Springsteen.
he's been a busy guy, right? What's his I guess what's his trait? What kind of working man is he? Is he like
He's
carpenter
a
or farmer?
billionaire. He just sold
I know that. I know he's really a billionaire, but what was his like claim to fame? Was he a carpenter or a
No,
farmer?
he's a singer, John. What are you talking about?
Really? I thought I know, but he had the working man like image.
Oh, no. He was just.
I thought he would have like one of those guys as a background, so yeah, well, my days on the farm or my days, slinging some shingles.
No.
Things like that. Oh, well.
No.
So
Don't
he
be
just
stupid.
So he just has the jeans and the look for no reason.
Yeah, he has
What
the.
a fraud!
I just shopped at Chess King look.
What a fraud!
Yeah. And he's just, once again, he's just a bum. His songs stink.
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, they're all like they're Grateful Dead long. You know, like 9.5 minutes. But then he puts like the hacky ones out there, like. You know,
This is always a good one. I love the video when he brings a girl up on stage.
oh, you know who that was?
It's been like Yasmin Bleeth.
No.
Oh well, who was it?
It's the chick
Sarah
from
Jessica
Friends.
Parker.
No.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
No, the other one.
Oh,
The black-haired one that's in that horror
Katie
movie.
Couric.
No, I said the black-haired one.
I don't know her. that
Courtney
broad's
Cox.
name. No, what'd you say about it?
Courtney Cox.
Oh, all right, really?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, she was in this video. It was her big. It was her big break.
I
John.
remember hearing that was a famous actress. That's right.
Yeah. I saw that on Trivial Pursuit not a week ago.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I certainly did.
Ah.
And I'm looking at it.
That's
And
nice.
I can see it's her. She
Yeah.
just has a little boy haircut though.
Yeah, very weird. What a lame little video, though, huh?
Oh, well, it's just Bruce, hamming it up on the stage. That's all.
Terrible.
Get a lot of close-ups of those teeth.
Yeah.
And that,
Isn't he like sweating a lot in this one?
no, this is the one where he's doing actually the Billy Squire dance.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But for some reason they let Bruce get away with it.
I know.
I don't know.
Well,
how,
he wasn't wearing that pink tank top.
and, well, he has a white one, but you
Yeah.
know what he's doing now? He's doing that horrible thing where he's standing there, his legs are slightly apart, and
That's
he's doing
right,
like
right.
a lasso thing over his
Yeah,
head.
well, he looked sexy, right? Because he could fill a pair of Wranglers.
I never got this guy.
I never did either.
It's just because he liked New Jersey for some reason, and that was like a hack thing to do, and it paid off big time.
I remember seeing I don't know if it was an album cover or just all the posters everywhere. It was like Bruce or whatever, Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Yeah.
And it was just his ass in jeans.
That was one in the USA.
I'm like, what do you do? What kind of a dude has that as a cover?
Well, I mean, he's a sexy young man.
Yeah,
Looks like
take a pic from the backside.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a sexy, rough and tumble guy. That's why when they would make him dance in these videos, it's hilarious. They killed so many people's careers because you get guys who really don't know how to dance.
The Billy Squire one's probably the worst, though.
Well, then I tell you, everyone, go put in "Dancing in the Dark."
Yeah,
Bruce
but
Springsteen.
you're right, though. For some reason, Bruce Springsteen made it. But Billy Squire, oof.
Yeah, well, killed this
I
career.
mean, that just
Yeah,
destroyed
he's
him.
done. He just got stuck with that Christmas song, and it's only relevant now once every year.
Yeah, no, the Stroke did all right for him.
Well, that was before.
I know. Oof. That's
His,
terrible.
his entire career just flushed down the toilet because he just looked ridiculous.
That's why they got to lead to if the people can dance, let them dance. If they can't dance, don't force
Well,
them.
this was the '80s.
Yeah,
you know
sure,
what I mean?
they all had to
They
do
just
it.
thought everybody should be dancing because of Madonna.
Yeah, it's true.
If Cyndi Lauper could dance, anybody can dance.
Why do they all want to copy that broad anyway? Yeah.
I don't know. Something. There was a different thing going on in music back then.
Yeah, I was never a big Madonna fan at all.
No,
Never at all.
I'll tell you something, and this is coming from a very heterosexual male.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think my heterosexuality has yet to be tested, John.
Yes.
And when I saw the pictures of her naked in Playboy,
Yeah, no.
that was nasty.
Yeah.
They weren't
I
good
was
pictures.
I was never really impressed by the great Madonna.
No, she-
I mean, she's more impressed by herself than I
Yes.
think other people give her credit for.
Well, and she's like when she's naked though, it's just like,
Yeah,
like nothing
I'm
special. Plus, I mean,
not a huge fan.
looks like she's got a poodle in her lap.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
it's more like a German Shepherd.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that down by your knees?
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Is that a
Holy
Sharpay?
crap! Here, use this Craftsman.
Yeah, she just, and I don't know. I never found her sexy. Never found her
Yeah.
attractive.
Yeah,
I
never
mean,
been a
I found her
big fan.
slutty. I mean, that was cool, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess the tramp part of her was nice when she was always dressed wearing like lingerie and stuff like
Yes.
that with the cones on her cans.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Old
things like
Coke
that.
cans.
Yeah, I mean things like that. I guess as a kid, it was kind of cool because it was kind of softcore porn you get to watch.
Yeah, and it was before the
Yeah.
internet.
Yeah, so it was nice.
Yeah.
But boy, when you got it, I think the first time you did see her naked, was it in Playboy or was it in that book she made?
No, it was a Playboy.
Oh, all right. 'Cause I
Yeah.
remember that book she made too.
Yeah, that was after the fact.
It was.
Yeah, and she just, then it was like an S&M book. It was just, and
Terrible.
once again, it was supposed to be shocking that she was kissing other girls. and
Yeah, I
stuff.
know. It wasn't. It was like there was nothing to it.
Look here, Toots. I've seen, Swank magazine.
Yeah.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
shock me.
You're not impressive.
Swank.
You're not more impressive than Swank.
No, Swank was like the sleaziest of the,
Yeah,
of the dirt
it
books
was
back then.
always behind the counter, and you
Yeah.
had to ask for it by name. Yeah, I'll take, all right, pack of this double mint here, this Twix, and oh yeah, that's Swank.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is that this month's Swank?
Man, they always made it so awkward.
No, not that one. The one next to Anal Babies.
All right,
That
yeah,
one?
and a box of condoms too. The ones right because those were behind the counters
Yeah.
and Swank magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, they made it so uncomfortable.
Back where I lived, they had like an old newsstand. Like you would go in and God, I'm old. And there was like magazines everywhere
Yeah.
and whatever. And way in the back, there's like a little corner section that had all the dirty books.
Yeah,
So you would go grab one and put it inside like a comic book.
yeah.
And they caught on to that like within 10. I'm sure like every kid ever tried that.
Yeah, that
You
would never fly.
But yeah,
Would never
but
have
also
seen it.
then I realized they didn't care how old you were. They'd sell it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all about the butt fry. Are you 18? Damn right I
They
am.
don't care.
Yeah, sure thing.
I think it was in third grade buying
Yeah.
Swank.
Yeah, I'm 18. Look at me. I can barely reach the counter.
Look at this wispy mustache.
Yeah, I got them good. Yeah, that was weird back then. Because, boy, the internet changed
The
everything.
internet has changed. Oh my
Yeah, the
God.
internet changed everything so quickly. I remember when the internet first came out, and you didn't have to go and get those swanks. And then you could go and find some picture, image, video, whatever video. At the time, it's just pictures on the internet that was way better than Swank.
You know,
And the problem is, though, download take forever.
well, the internet's killed many a business, and one of them was the porn theaters in New York.
Yeah, that's a biggie.
New York, especially on 42nd Street, back in the day when it was good,
Mm-hmm.
when it was really 42nd Street, where it was just neon boobs in the windows and live
Yeah.
girls walking around half naked.
Yeah.
Just
Like if you
phenomenal.
just get a disease by walking through
Yeah.
the
Oh
streets.
God, you got an
The
STD.
good old
just-
days.
I used to think it was funny that they had a pizza store on there. I'm thinking, who the hell would eat on this
A
street?
pizza.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Eat out first off, you're eating out on the streets of New York.
That's
Secondly, in
gross.
between porn theaters.
Yeah, that's.
And I'm sure they were really, really cleanly behind there.
Yeah, I'm sure they were. Did they have that? What was the district or area called? Was it anything good? Just 42nd Street?
No, it was just 40 seconds.
Because
Yeah.
around in Boston, they had a similar one, much smaller, but it was called the Combat Zone.
No.
Yeah, that was great. At the best strip joints you ever heard of, Brad.
Well,
The
these
naked eye, glass
see-
slipper, dandies.
these didn't have strip clubs. What they
Really?
had was no. That's amateur stuff.
Amateur.
No, but they would have like one or two because that's where the hookers stayed.
Yeah.
But what they would do is it would just be these big stores, and they would have video booths on one side, and on the other side there would be booths where there's girls on the other
Oh, yeah,
side.
yeah, yeah.
And then there was just videotapes and CDs up and down every
That's
aisle.
cool as hell.
And that's just and the funny thing about 42nd Street, there wasn't just one of those. There had to be 20 on each side of the street. Like, so you could literally, it was like being a kid in a candy store. You could bounce from one to another. It's like, oh, Russian girls were over here.
My
and
God,
Brazilian
that'd be-
girls were over there.
Imagine that, huh? Boy,
I know, it was so
wow.
great.
That's something.
That's-
Boy, that'd be a culture shock to any kid.
Yeah.
And again, they're probably not checking IDs there either.
No, I think I started hitting around 16 years old. I could have been killed. I was 16 years old walking down 42nd Street.
Oh, the great. Yeah, and to imagine that at that age.
What do we imagine?
Lucky bastard.
Phenomenal.
Lucky bastard.
It was
right?
phenomenal.
Yeah, it was nothing like that.
First
around
time I
here.
ever had a beer, Sam, it was right on 42nd Street. It
On my
cost me a buck.
16th birthday.
It cost me a buck.
No
And they
kidding.
were just selling them on the streets.
Really?
No.
Oh,
I love
wow.
New York
Yeah,
back
so
then.
New York's a little different.
And now all of a sudden, they're
They
rubbing
cleaned it
poop
up.
in people's face. No, they didn't.
Oh, well, they
And
took
it's-
those out, didn't they? Well, I mean, the poop part's back, but, you know.
Oh no, the crime's back. Everything's back.
Whatever.
Except
Now they
for
just need those-
but now it's not mob run. You want it to be mob run because that was orderly.
Yeah, so at least the crime was there, but you could still go have a good time.
Yeah, like they wouldn't hurt you if you didn't like screw with their business.
Right.
Like it wasn't like gangbangers who were just like
Yeah.
shooting at people for no reason.
Right. Or randomly just going to a place and
Yeah.
just shooting. Yeah, you had it nice where you were just patronizing a place and they just appreciate your business.
Exactly.
Yeah, and said, okay, you better come back tomorrow.
Yeah. It was
That's
a lot
nice
of fun.
though. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so much. New York was great back then, and especially because you had a Madison Square Garden, which is right 8 blocks away,
Madison Square Garden.
and there would either be wrestling or a good concert going on.
Yeah.
Then like up to you had everything from CBGB's, just
What's the good old CBGB's, bro?
that you don't know what that is, really?
No.
Oh, that's crazy. That's like a very famous old club
Really?
where like the Ramones and all those played.
Really?
Like Blondie, everybody started there. Yeah.
Really?
It was a little dump. It was a little hole in the wall.
Never heard of CBGB's.
They're closed now, but it was
Oh,
filthy. It was one of those
shit.
places, even up till the end. Like, have you ever been to John's Pizza in New York?
No,
original one?
No, but I've heard that's supposed to be the world class of dumpiest places.
Yeah, it's a dump. It's
Yeah.
just a real dump inside, and that's kind of what the other
But
one.
it's supposed to be good though.
It's great pizza.
Yeah.
Phenomenal
But
pizza.
that's what I don't understand. Like as soon as you walk, especially a person like you walk into a place like that and see how dumpy it is.
Well, no,
I
it's
never
clean.
order it.
It's different. It's clean, but it's dumpy.
But it's because in the oven, well, that's all right.
No, I don't believe
Nothing
that.
can live inside that
No, I
oven.
don't believe that.
600 degrees.
No, not at all. I don't believe that at all. No, it's because when you're looking around, there's no dirt. There's no bugs. And trust me, it's New York. You'll find bugs if you look. You go into the bathroom, it's clean. You know what I mean? But it's old stuff. Like they have wood paneling still, and people throughout the course of forever have carved their names
Really?
into the walls and the seats.
Ugh.
So everywhere you look, there's like somebody carved their name in it, and then like that disgusting thing where you look at the under it, and there's like 1,000 pieces of bubble gum or something.
So disgusting.
Oh yeah, but the pizza.
Well, that was just like that pizza place we were at in Chicago.
Yeah, actually, yeah,
Same
but,
place.
but that was
Written
nice.
on
The
the-
one we were at was nice.
Yeah. But that was kind of gross though. Had they have everything written on the wall?
Yeah.
I think that's gross. When places let you do that, I can understand if you had a dedicated wall for all that crap. All right, fine. You ever writing their name on it and stuff, and then you leave it when it's all filled up. But this is the whole place just filled with
Yeah.
that crap.
Yeah,
This looks like garbage.
something. It really depends on. And I know it sounds crazy, but almost the dumpier the place, the better the pizza. There was a place in New Jersey, right? It was a biker bar, a real biker bar. I forget the name of them, but they're in Belmar, New Jersey, right?
Yeah.
Woo!
Belmar.
Yeah.
Like this Belmar.
No, that's Belmore. That's
Nah,
an M.
you guys are weird.
Belmar.
You guys
Oh,
are
wait,
weird.
look at M's.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a W. You're upside down there, John. Just like don't make fun of my disability.
Neither one has an R at the end of it. Oh, all right. So
But,
whichever one.
Yeah. Well, no, Belmar.
Yeah, they're both Belmar.
Yeah, no, Belmore and Belmar.
They're not. It's not Belmore.
WR.
No, this is Belmar. This is
No.
they pronounce this Belmar.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they
No,
do.
You don't know.
Yes, I do.
You really
I
don't.
have been there.
So have I.
You have not.
I've probably driven by it. I lived in Jersey for a very long time. John.
Woo!
Yay! Yay me in Jersey.
All right, whatever. Who gives a crap with pronunciation? But not this one. That one.
Yeah, the other one. I forgot what I was talking about now that happened.
You were in Belmar. Woo!
Yay!
Or you were in Belmore.
Well, I think I forgot. You see, it
What's that?
knocked me off my train of thought.
I
I
have
had dumb
a-
questions.
Not really. I wasn't asking a dumb questions.
You weren't.
I was just saying, was it this one?
But why do we care? Like, I was getting to a point,
Because
John,
I can
I
relate
lose
to
my
this
train
one.
of thought.
Well, that's the lead.
Yeah.
Because you know that I have a connection. I've been to this one, so I'm like,
Well, I know you're wearing it.
chance is it this one?
I'll be damned.
Huh.
Oh, it was
So
the biker.
I-
It was the biker gang.
Well, about
Stop
time.
it! Stop it!
I was trying
Stop
to
it.
help you out
Stop
by
it.
stalling.
Stop it! It was the biker gang.
All right.
I'm from Belmar.
All right. Which
Now
one?
forget what the hell it was.
Oh, were they nice people?
No, you know what it was?
Oh,
there was a pizza place down there in Belmar, which they kind of took over, right? Like it was funny. They didn't open it. They just kind of took it over. They'd always be out there. They
Really?
kind of used it as a clubhouse. And people would go in and sometimes, do stupid things, and those guys would beat the snot out of
This sounds like it was on an episode of
The Breed.
John
That's-
Tapper.
them. No, it's called The Breed.
The Breed.
Yeah, they're still around, right?
The
And
biker
yeah,
bar is The Breed?
no, that's the name of the gang.
Oh.
And those guys, those guys don't play around.
Sound like nice people.
Yeah, but that pizza place was phenomenal. So you'd go in, you just need to mind your manners. You know what I mean? Don't look at certain people in certain ways.
Yeah.
Somebody, don't knock into somebody. Don't hit a bike.
I couldn't even play that game.
But the pizzas were.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered. Like if they they have those stupid rules. I mean, how could you not just want to
Because 13 of them will jump on you, John. That's
I
how
know, but it's like, I hate that.
they'll hit you in the head with a pipe because
throwing it.
But once again, pizza phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place close. But the dirty, what I'm saying is, the dumpier the place, the better the pizza normally. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I could see that. It just kind of grosses me out going into a place that's just that nasty.
It can't be gross. Like, meaning this, I don't mind dumpy. I don't want gross. Like, I don't want it to be dirty. I mean, I don't mind if you have like old decor, if you will. I don't care about that, or tacky stuff. What do I care? As long as it's clean, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? And I think, the way they do pizza is different. Like, that's a bar pizza.
Yeah, I mean,
a place bar pizza is totally different.
I can see a place like that letting the guys go in and just have them make their own. And just
they
overrun the kitchen. I've seen it again on Bar Rescue. I've seen it before. The biker gang kind of takes over the whole place.
Oh, yeah, they do that.
The owner takes a side seat or whatever, and they're just in there cooking everything their own way. And then it's disgusting.
Well, I don't know.
Don't worry, John Tapper came in and changed all that.
There was the one time I just got legal age. I was drinking, and I went to Belmar.
Which one?
I went to a bar down there, and they were there, and I was just sitting there, and a guy, went in with his girlfriend. One of those breed guys was hitting on his girlfriend, so the guy said something.
Oh.
Okay. Apparently, you're not supposed to say something. Every guy in the world would have been in the same poor situation this poor slug was.
Okay.
So he says something, and when he does, I'm sitting on the other side of the bar, kind of watching. I see like 4 guys at one table all stand up at the same time. So now it's going to be 5 against 1, and this guy doesn't even get the what are you gonna By the time this other guy came across. I don't know what he had in his hand, but belt. I mean, you heard the kid's jaw break.
Just because he was just trying to hit on this young lady.
Yeah, no, just because he was defending his girlfriend.
Oh, that's it. Huh?
Yeah, and because one of the guys was hitting on her.
Oh,
and he was like, hey, she's with me, dude.
And they hit him anyway.
Oh yeah, they beat the snot out of him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So anyway, cool. That place had great pizza though. Just mind your P's and Q's.
I'd rather not even go. I'd just be like,
next time we go to Jersey, we'll stop in if it's still around. I'll say.
All right. I mean, I'll go.
Yeah.
If they hit, what if they hit on one of us?
Well, that's true, John. How could they not?
I know, Brian. Yeah. Here we come.
We just can't go during summer.
That's right.
We're gonna wear jackets.
To a point, Brian. Gotta be bundled up. You can't show everybody the goods. I understand. Yeah, I know. See, I've always been a little bit weird because the places around here. The most dirtiest places around here are all breakfast places.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Just breakfast is all they are. Because it's, I think, the equivalent of a diner.
We see now here.
That's disgusting.
See, now that annoys me that you say that because there's a total what a diner is to people in the tri-state area and what a diner is, and I don't count Connecticut, by the way.
They're part of the tri-state.
Yeah,
they're not
really. It's Jersey and New York. Quit stop it. Nobody cares about Connecticut. But in the I forgot what I was talking about again. God damn.
Oh my God!
Something about the tri-state area, John.
Can I have some of that?
Yeah, it was really good this morning.
Yeah.
Give a little extra.
Mine's a little wearing off at this point.
Well, my back was hurting this morning. So God, something? Maybe I'll pop another one.
Really? Do you have any more?
No.
My eyes are fluttering. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe mine still is. I don't.
Yeah, I'll be darned. I'll be a son of a bitch.
Something about Connecticut.
Yeah, but now
you don't like them in the tri-state.
Yeah, I don't.
You really got a hair across your ass with Connecticut.
And their pizza places aren't good. They have that one Chefe pizza, which I gotta admit, overrated.
We both forget what you were saying.
I know. Just because I've tried the rest, and I just tried you, and you're not the best. And I don't like you putting that out near.
That's what they say?
Yeah.
You've tried pizza?
Yeah, you've tried the rest. I've tried the best.
Yes. Oh, that's just the corniest line ever.
Yeah, and then they use what it is they don't use regular pizza sauce.
Yeah.
They use chunky sauce.
Really?
Disgusting.
You know what I found? I know a place, I know you don't care for it, and the reason why I like it is because it's a lot different for me, is when we were in Chicago, got that deep dish pizza like that, I really like that crap because it's just unique. I don't consider it like a real slice of pizza. That's just a different form of pizza, if that makes sense. It's like having spaghetti and ziti. It's just a different kind of pasta, so I happen to like that, whatever. So, but I found a place locally that has a pizza very similar to that, which delicious, right in Weymouth. Yeah, right in Weymouth, Brian. I don't think you would like it, though. That's the problem.
Matt.
But
I'm
it's
good.
that deep
What's
dish
it, Uno?
like that. No.
Pizza Uno.
No, you're the one that likes the chains. This is
No,
not.
no, not when it comes to pizza.
Huh?
Not when it comes to pizza.
You like Domino's.
I don't like Domino's.
You
I'll eat Domino's.
like Domino's.
I certainly don't.
Oh.
But I would eat it because
you certainly
let's
do.
put it this way: it was that, or order the crap from one of the local places that sucks even worse. At least I'm used to how bad Domino's is. You know what I mean? It's familiar bad.
Yeah, Domino's is really horrible.
Horrible.
It's brutal. Sauce sucks. Everything about
It's very generic.
Yeah.
And
it's
what's weird about it is you think it would be consistent all throughout the country, but when I went to North Carolina, well, actually that's not true. Recently it was, but a few years ago when I had gone, it's like they messed something up. Like,
Yeah.
how does it taste totally different?
No, you're right. Well, I was in, back when I was doing my racing days in some state in the Midwest or whatever, and I was at a Domino's, and I was expecting the same crap pizza we get here, and it was way worse because it wasn't even on pizza dough. It was literally on a cracker.
Yeah, they places do that. I know that.
Big wafer. That's
Yeah.
all it was. Disgusting.
Yeah, no, it's eating.
Oh,
Well, that's just like as far as like that goes. Like I'm going to be going to Jersey probably in a month or so,
yeah.
and my big thing is I just want to get pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to get 2 slices of pizza from Lisa's Pizza, and I'll be ecstatic. The drive is going to be 5.5 hours, and I promise you, I will not eat for at least a day or two beforehand. So by the time I get there, that pizza is going to taste even better.
Is Lisa's Pizza still around?
It has to be.
So
It's
you would
in
drive
Lock
straight
Harbor,
from-
New Jersey.
You would drive straight from here to there?
To there, yeah. Well, you know what I did? Here's a nice little story for the kids. When I got arrested that one time for the tickets,
Yeah.
and then I got the chicken pox,
Mhm.
right? I got arrested on a Friday, and back then they didn't have video court or weekend court. You had to wait till Monday.
Yeah.
So I wait till Monday. I go to get on the bus, and I got they're handcuffing us all together, right? And it comes to me and the last guy, and he yells, "I'm not going to be handcuffed to him." And I'm thinking, well, that's hurtful. And then
Very hurtful.
he points at my neck, right? And the guard comes over and he goes, "What's on your neck?" And I go, "I can't see it." And he goes, "Well, you got a lot of bumps." I said, "No, I'm Irish. I have very sensitive skin. Maybe your detergent rubbed me the wrong way."
Mhm.
How do I know? You know what I mean? So he goes, "You got to go to
I'm not a dermatologist all of a sudden.
yeah. Ask me what a woman is. I'm not a biologist. So they send me up to the infirmary. They go, "Oh, you got chickenpox." So they put me in isolation for 7 days.
Oh, nice.
And I sat in a cell that was literally, I could stretch my arms out and hit the walls,
Oh.
except for the one, you had to do it twice. You know what I mean? I know how many steps it took. I know how many holes in the wall. I know that Raj was there. Yes,
Raj,
yes.
eh?
And he was there a few times because I saw it and he would date him.
Really?
Because apparently he got isolation once.
Oh, poor Raj.
Yeah, whatever. He's fine.
Oh.
I guess. He could have been killed in prison. I don't know.
Yeah, and the last one said Raj was. And that was it. I think Raj is dead now. I just checked Lisa's Pizza. It's 5 hours and 31 minutes from here.
Yeah, exactly. And what I did was, I got arrested, right? And they put me in isolation now.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the county jail in isolation, and they're just not. And the guy says they'll come check on you in 5 to 7 days, right? Because I guess that's how long the incubation or the contagious point is, or whatever.
Cool.
Right? They shut the door on me now. Here's the thing. It was almost like a Get Smart thing. Like when I was going to I've never been in isolation. I've never been in jail. So I'm plenty of time since. But
now I'm an expert. Back then,
rookie of the year, wet behind the ears, they
big
say.
old noob.
So as I'm walking down, like they open a door and you step in, they close it behind you, the door ahead of you opens, and in a hallway. And then we got to this one area where you go into this area, the door shuts behind you, you go into another one, it's like a cocoon type thing. And you get to the middle, and there were 4 cells just there, but there was nobody in them, right? So you're literally kind of like, one of those Russian dolls where there's a doll and a doll and a doll and a doll and a doll. It was like that, and you're in the middle one, so nobody can hear you or anything. And I'm thinking like, well, this is weird because there's no one to talk. Like, what happens? And he's like, well, you're here for 5 to 7 days. I'm like, holy shit. So he puts me in this little room and he shuts the door. I'm thinking, can you leave the door open? I'm claustrophobic. I mean, there's 19 other.
Is it a solid door?
Oh yeah, it's a steel huge door. It's not like the old time where there are bars you can see through.
Is there a window in the door?
A tiny slat. That you could probably, you can put one eye through.
Is there a light in your room?
There was a light room that's always on.
Oh,
yeah, which is nice.
Cool.
But so as I'm getting, oh my God, I'm sorry. So I get in there and I sit down and I'm like, all right, well, what am I going to do now for the next 5 days? Because I noticed there's no radio, there's no TV, there's nothing to read, there's no books, there's nothing.
You noticed all that, huh?
I noticed all that by the time I heard the door slam shut, and I thought, holy crap. 7 days, I'm thinking, all right, I can make 7 days. I don't know how long it was because there was no clock either. I don't know how long it was. I broke relatively early, I think.
Yeah.
I think I lost my mind pretty much. I don't know.
Right.
First day.
You get 6 hours and 23 hours, 6 days, 23 hours left.
Well, you know what they
Both
say?
your horses.
At one point, this guard, because the guards don't, all they do
Oh,
for 3 times, or actually in isolation, they get twice. Twice a day, the food slot would open. Somebody would throw a disgusting thick tray of food in.
yeah.
So I wasn't eating. I'm not gonna eat that slop. I don't know what this
Neither.
pig did to it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
So anyway, so
Gross.
then now the 7th day comes. I go to court. I'm supposed to go to court on a Monday. They push it off till Tuesday, so I got to stay another day. I get there, and then by the way, so stupid because to be bailed out was $1,000,
Oh my God.
and then just nobody did it. Thanks.
Kidding me?
But once I got the chicken pox, I had to stay.
Oh, cool.
You know, like there's nothing
Cool.
that can happen. Now he's in isolation. We can't get him out.
Yeah.
Just got to walk by people. So I had not eaten in I think probably 9 days total, right? Because I didn't eat first as I got there. I would just drink the Kool-Aid that they
Yeah.
would give you,
Yeah.
ironically enough. And sometimes they had at dinner or lunch they would have the bite-sized Rice Krispie treats, and I would trade my entire meal away for one of those. And people say, "Oh, you're killing I was killing the market because I was giving away too much stuff." He's like, "Hey, for that you should get this, 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 and this." And I'm like, "Whatever, I don't know."
Yeah, I've seen people like you on 60 days in.
Yeah, I just wanted a Rice Krispie treat.
That's a no-no.
Yeah, it is. So I had to eat and whatever, and then they come and they tell me, okay, I go to court on Tuesday morning and tell me, okay, you can go home, but you have to go back to, they got to go release you. So I go back, right? They don't call down for me. I'm up there for 8 hours. They finally call me back down and let me go, and I would say 9 hours later, I was let out.
Nice.
9 hours.
Nice.
17 hours, I believe. So what happened was I'm starving at that, and then now it's late at night, and I'm thinking, oh my God. And my girlfriend tried to pick me up, and she had aspirin and soda and all this stuff, and she's like, and I got you pizza, and I said, no, we have to go to Lisa Pizza, and we drove from Freehold, New Jersey to Lock Harbor. What that means is we probably drove about, I'm going to say 70 miles, right, to get it. So then we could backtrack 30 miles to get to my house so I could eat it. So I waited probably an extra 2.5 hours.
That is the most ridiculous.
Boy, was it tasty, John.
I so believe you.
I did it, yeah.
And
Well, you see me do stuff like that.
It's just, I don't know. If I was the girlfriend, I would have taken the steering wheel off the car and smashed it. Then drove home and said, just bought you a pizza. We're going, I'm not driving that far out of my way.
Oh my God.
How could you want to do that after being locked up like that in that kind of isolation for all those days?
Because I wanted to listen to the radio. I wanted to get the pizza I wanted. I wanted to be home.
But to sit in that little box.
No, I was fine.
Rather than having that nice pizza in front of you.
It wasn't Lisa Pizza. That's the bomb. I kept thinking about that every day when I was in there, that I'm going to get me a big old slice of Lisa Pizza.
Oh my God.
So I will, it's like when we were in Vegas, walking in the 200-degree heat, and I was like, well, I know there's a pizza place right behind us.
It was
but that one that we went to that we liked is 3 miles down that way. Let's go.
Dumbest thing ever. And the only reason why I ever even agreed to it is because that was where our hotel was anyway. But we were at the observation thing where it's like a big giant Ferris wheel. And it was a place called Pinup Pizza. Pinup Pizza was pretty close to our hotel. Our hotel's where the hell's it called?
I forget.
That pyramid. That was
that was a Luxor.
Yeah, the Luxor, right? That was it the time we went to Luxor?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was the time we went to the Luxor at the end. Whatever. But anyway, so basically that little observation Ferris wheel thing and Pinup Pizza in our hotel were on opposite sides of the whole strip. So we're down one end at the Ferris wheel, and we realize we're all hungry. Me, you, and you. We're all starving. And right behind us, where we just finished that Ferris wheel, again, over 100 degrees, 110, whatever.
It was hot.
Ridiculous. You're just walking. It's summer, yeah, and it's ridiculous heat. And all you do is walk. I mean, you could take a cab, but we're cheap bastards. And whatever, we might as well walk. You and your boots and long effing pants and shirt, long hair.
Actually, everything I'm wearing, no.
Yeah.
No,
it's the new Brian.
Yeah.
It's the new Brian. And I think you had gloves on. I mean, you had everything.
And a ski hat.
Every bit of skin was covered with black attire from Brian. In
So
the heat of Vegas. We were in literally, you're in a desert. It's hot. Awesome.
Yeah.
And so you said, and we looked, we're like, oh, hungry. Turned around right behind us, nice pizza place, brick oven building. I mean, the building was all brick, look old school Italian. It even said brick oven pizza right on the billboard. It looked beautiful. And you're like, I don't know if I want that pizza. Because we know Pinup is right, we know it's, right down the street 4 miles away that we're walking. We can get there in just a little bit of time. We know Pinup is good.
Listen, if we walk at 4 miles an
I'm
hour,
like, Brian, I know Pinup is good. This place looks fantastic. Just look at it from the outside. It smells great. Let's have it. No, it's just not the same. I didn't even try it.
no.
But I mean, I think the worst part, that not even that day, not even that moment, but the worst part was the time that we were in Vegas, the three of us, me, you, and you, dying for Italian food, looking for Italian food, can't find it anywhere because you're in Vegas. They have all different kinds of food. Just for some reason, there's really no good old school Italian restaurant, like something you'd find maybe in the North End or Little Italy in New York, something like that. Nothing old school like that. But we found a place. I don't remember where it was, but from the outside, we're just walking, and me, you, and you found it, and it was like, whoa. Yeah. As soon as we saw it, we're like, I mean, it's almost like you heard that noise, and then the lights just shined upon it, and you could certainly hear music like this on the outside. It was definitely all,
it was very Italianish.
Very, very. The lighting, the decor.
Everything was red.
Everything was red.
Yeah.
It was great.
And velvety.
I'm like, wow, I feel like I'm at my grandparents' house. It was great. So, walking in, I'm in my glory. I'm like, this is whatever. Where's the Chianti? You know what I mean? It's just so great. So we sit down, the three of us, and right away I'm looking at the menus and wow, they got so many good things here. And I'm like, and I even looked right away. I see, bam, lasagna, ravioli. Oh, Brian's in his heaven. All right, good. Let me scour the rest of the menu. And I'm getting more hungry. It's so great, in my element in Vegas. Loved it. The music, everything. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, all right, hey, what are you guys thinking again? And you could already have this private conversation that I was not privy to. And you look at each other and go, now we're going to just get going.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Let's get out of here.
Let's leave. I'm like, well, Brian, we haven't even ordered yet.
That's the point, John.
Yeah, but it's too expensive.
Well, it was like $75 for lasagna. I'm not.
It wasn't that much.
Yeah, it really was.
It was
like 50. I think it was like 50.
You know how good that lasagna would have been?
I guess I was thinking that would.
Best Italian lasagna you would have in your life.
I was thinking maybe it would be like the lasagna I normally get for $8.99.
Oh
but
my
I charge
God.
at 50.
My God, man, I could not believe it. So we had to leave. Didn't even
that
have
was embarrassing.
Yeah,
But
extremely.
didn't we all like fake, like we had to go all take a phone call or something?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, great. I feel like a dick. I've never done that in my life ever. And then we had to walk out because you two saw Papa lasagna. And then you're like, all right, good. You know what? I'll make it up to you because I was bummed though. Like that was gonna be so good. I mean, walking in and hearing music like this to an old school place, it's just, I don't know, something about it. How do you not like it?
Yeah, it was a nice ambiance.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then you go, yeah, I'll make it up to you. I'm gonna bring you to a little bit of New York. It's gonna be great. We're gonna go to Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets?
Yeah.
All I'm thinking, Johnny Rockets here in Braintree in the South Shore Plaza. I'm like, what the F?
That one's gross.
Why the F do we want? We're just in a beautiful place, about to have a nice dinner, and now you want to go to effing Johnny Rockets?
I'd rather spend $12.99, John.
The images of the South Shore Plaza here in Braintree just going through my head like crazy.
Gunshots.
Oh my God. And so we walked and we found a Johnny Rockets.
Yeah. Didn't have cheesesteaks, I remember.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed.
Yeah, they didn't have cheesesteaks.
Yeah. Yes.
And if I do recall, the first Johnny Rockets we didn't go to because you said, well, maybe the other one has cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
And I believe what we did is we left that one to go find another Johnny. This is all at the same time. So we sat at the Italian place, walked up, went to a totally different hotel than the Johnny Rockets you're talking about. We sat there. Well, actually, we were in line waiting to order. We just get up to order, and you can't find your cheesesteaks. Says, you have cheesesteaks? And you're like, they said, no, we don't have those. And you're like, all right. And then we stepped out of line. So we all left. And I'm like, now where are we going? So we left, and you're like, well,
that's right. I forgot about that.
Johnny Rockets didn't know they have really good cheesesteaks. Really good. I'm like, oh, all right, Brian. But I'm getting more hungry. Look,
we just got to go to the other side of town.
So we did.
Yeah.
We walked to the other. Lucky that weed was good. So we walked to the other side of town, and we went to another Johnny Rockets, and guess what? No
cheesesteaks. Yeah, that sucks.
No cheese. They didn't come.
Yeah, French fries.
We come to find out they don't do cheesesteaks anymore.
Yeah, crazy.
But then when
Stupid. Bad business.
Oh, terrible. You were so bummed out.
I really was.
Like, no, you don't understand. The real Johnny Rockets, they have cheesesteaks. Like, great, right? You're really putting a hardcore press on Johnny Rockets.
Yeah, well.
dumbest restaurant
It
ever.
wasn't bad, actually.
That was terrible.
No,
You would have had a great lasagna manigat.
yeah, next time. Next time everybody goes to
Unbelievable.
Vegas.
Ruined it.
Yeah, whatever.
You ruined it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I'm just saying, like, I will. There are things I will do for food that's a little weird. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like even now, I do that odd thing, and I don't know. Maybe it's the weed, maybe it's medication, whatever. I'm doing that thing again where I drive places and don't get out of the car and then just drive home.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
But I'll do it. I'll drive like all the way to like, let's say the South Shore Mall. Then I'll drive. Let me take that place out and wait. Then I'll drive all the way to like Derby Street or whatever that is. And I go, I'm just gonna go home.
Really?
Yeah, I've gone to the store and actually put stuff in the cart, got right up to the register and went, I don't need this.
Yeah, well, I know you and I did that together when we were at Home Goods.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I should make it sound more manly here,
Well,
John.
right. You know, we were out shopping at Home Goods for whatever reason. I don't know.
Because I needed a sconce.
I think I was newly single and I was trying to decorate the house.
Yeah.
You know, so I was trying to get like knick-knack things so I could have around the house. I got a big dice. Remember? I was
Yeah,
gonna,
exactly.
like,
Real
you
tacky.
gotta get a real big. It was just giant, like it was the size of a laptop. This giant dice.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was like, that's
Well,
gonna
that's
be
because they
cool.
didn't have the velvet picture of Elvis.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, that's why you bought that.
I'm thinking this is gonna be great. It'd be nice. I'm thinking the decor in the house
Yeah,
is
the
gonna be
decor,
really
it
cool.
kind of matches your dogs playing poker painting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Same one. And I also have this cool fountain bride with this baby pissing on the back. You should see it. It's really cool.
The Sheriff John.
so I'm just, and what the worst part about that is when I had a shopping cart full.
Well,
of
yeah, I
stuff.
had just moved up here, so
Yeah.
I had to buy like sheets and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
I remember
that's
at one
right.
point-
You did have to buy sheets.
Yeah, when we went to we looked at sheets at one point. John goes, "Ooh, feel the thread count on this one."
Yeah, there were Jennifer Lopez sheets.
Yeah, I'll never forget. They were great.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, because again, I was newly single. I'm thinking Jennifer Lopez, she wears these. I might have to get
She
some.
didn't wear them.
Yeah, well, I'll use them. I mean, she endorses them or whatever. I'm not
Guarantee
thinking,
she's never slept on one.
doesn't matter, Brian. I'm gonna think Jennifer Lopez. Okay, I was single at the time. Woo. All right, so I'm Jenny from the block. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then we kind of met in the sheet department, and
Yeah,
that's when we realized after talking about thread count.
yeah.
Like, boy, this isn't the most masculine renegade radio thing we
Yeah,
could be doing.
that's
right
when
now.
we had just on a show,
Uh-huh.
and we're walking around. It was funny because I'm looking at what I got, and I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, I got a doily."
And look at me, I got a big dice.
John, there's an apron over there if you need one.
Yeah, I
And
know.
all kind of just something. Maybe we should go shopping alone.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that just fits a little.
Yeah, so that was the first and only time I've ever been into a store, loaded up the shopping cart, and just left it
Oh.
in the store and walked out.
I do it all the time.
I've never done that before in my life. I'm like, Brian, does this feel weird? Like, no, watch this. Bye, Betty. You know?
I'm gonna put this right by the aisle.
Yeah.
Most of it's that way.
They know this is what I do. I mean, I come here once a week.
I don't know what that is. I
Yeah.
definitely do that a lot now.
Yeah,
I don't know what that. I have no clue what it is.
yeah. Yeah, see, the thing that would happen with me, though, by the time I got home, I'd be like, damn it.
Oh yeah, after wasting
You
gas because it's
idiot.
almost friggin' $5 a gallon, and I'm thinking to myself,
Oh, yeah, that's true,
idiot! You just drove 80 miles.
That's a good point. You're picking a shitty time to do this.
You know what? You know
Whoops,
what?
bad time.
You know-
My bad.
You know what I did just a few months ago? It's no joke. I decided, I needed new sneakers. So I couldn't just.
No, you didn't. I did.
Yeah, John was making fun of my sneakers one day, and it hurt my feelings. And I decided I had to get new sneakers.
Right. Just the fact that you call them sneakers says a lot. That's why you just needed new ones.
But they're sneakers.
But they're shoes.
Wow.
Hey, call them shoes nowadays, bro. Just
Really?
do it.
That's
Just
so
do it.
sad.
It'll make it sound. You know how when we were younger and somebody older than us tried to say a word and you're like, oh, why just use a different word? It'll at least make you sound like you're still in the game.
All right. Well, it's kind of like
Shoes.
my
And then
my
you
NK
pair of
was telling me one time. Look, I'm still hip and groovy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he's saying by saying sneakers, that's what I'm saying.
Right. You
That's so
sounded like
weird.
you're saying hip and groovy.
Really, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
You needed those shoes.
Listen how crazy this is. I would go to pick up the dog's treats at this one place. And right next door to it is a sneaker place.
Shoe store.
So I went in and I found these sneakers that were really good. I liked them. They felt good. They weren't that expensive. And I didn't buy them. And I was like, I'll buy them next week. So I went in the next week, tried them on, did the same thing, didn't buy them. Did that 4 weeks in a row. Didn't buy them. Then I decided, and once again, I like those. I decided one day, I got in my car, that I wanted to go to the Skechers outlet. I put Skechers out. I don't know where I am still. Let's put it this way. That's the thing, too. Living in Massachusetts for as long as I have, I don't know the counties. I don't know anything. So when you start saying Norfolk County and this county and that county, I don't know what it means. So like it said, I put in Skechers store and it had a thing, and I hit the the direction thing, and it's like an hour or something. I'm thinking maybe it's the traffic, because I know that going 8 miles to my job takes about an hour, so it's probably right around the corner over here. And I started driving and driving and driving. I had no clue where I wound up. It was farmland. You know what I mean? Like it was a big mall with farmland. And I get there, and I gotta be.
The only people like Skechers who live out there.
They gotta be in like Connecticut or something. I don't know where the hell I am.
Good, they can keep them.
Yeah, and I'm walking around, and then since it's a warehouse, they don't have my stuff.
Oh,
perfect. I go, that doesn't make sense. A warehouse should mean you have everything.
Right.
And he goes, no, it just means everything that they're not selling in the stores, they throw here, and you pick through it.
Oh, it's that?
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's an outlet.
Yeah.
That's not a
warehouse.
I would change the name.
Yeah, I would think the warehouse has got everything. It's got those shoes, and it's got the really good stuff.
Exactly.
Everything.
Got stuff you don't just put out there for regular people.
Yeah, it's like, how they say, oh, we're getting a shipment in? Well, the shipment's coming from here, the warehouse.
But I mean, no joke, I drove all that way, I got out, I went in, they didn't have the shoes I wanted there. I walked around twice just because there was nothing else to do. And then I got back in the car and I drove back. It had to be like a 4.5 hour excursion.
Oh my God.
With all the drivers. To get nothing. To get nothing. And waste probably $20 in gas.
Yeah, and your time.
Oh my God, yeah. But I do it a lot now. I mean, it's weird.
Really?
Yeah, it's just odd. It's just a weird thing I do.
Yeah, that's not my thing. I can't do it. I can't. I mean, if it's gonna be that far away, then I'll send away for it, as the kids say.
I haven't done the far away thing in a while. I did do it like 2 or 3 times over the last few months, where I would just get in the car and just for some reason, even though there's a store, pretty much here in the mall. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, there's a store that sells more than just Skechers.
I was gonna say there's hundreds of them. Right. I could see it from my house, but instead I drove like an hour and a half away. But once again, I thought, since it was a warehouse, it would have everything.
So you've always been very practical.
Yeah, very stupid. Wasting a lot of money in gas.
Even in Rentham, which is like 45 minutes away. They've got a couple of those outlets up there.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah, I know Nike has one. I'm not sure.
See, I just got stuck on the name because I don't know shoes,
which is weird.
When the Skechers, the one I tried on, I liked, so that's why I was thinking.
Well, I get stuck on old man shoes though.
Well, because I googled what was best for walking on treadmills.
So you gotta get you thinking, not so old manish.
I wouldn't say I'm old manish, and I think that's hurtful and mean spirited. Just saying.
I mean, maybe doctors are saying, "Hey, get those Skechers."
Yes.
Maybe, but
well, they are endorsed by doctors.
Oh, really?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, every doctor.
Every doctor. Well, no, 2 out of 3.
Really?
2 out of 3 doctors.
Their Surgeon General says. I just think that you keep more brand name stuff like a Nike, Reebok, Adidas, things like that. Maybe Puma.
I did try that. Like when I walked around that, because I went a few weeks ago too. I went to this mall in Braintree just because I'm not afraid of death.
Oh, there you go, Brian.
You know what I mean?
Right. He's ready to risk it for some shoes.
I'll tell you something, when I'm in that mall, I see everybody. And I'm thinking, all right, that look like a gangbanger?
Yeah.
I think it's wearing a lot of red over there. Hey, what's gold? What does gold mean now?
Two ranks.
I'm trying to figure out who's
purple.
Yeah.
Crap. Purp's tough now?
Did 2 of them like maybe converge and have a new color?
Yeah.
The Bloods and the Crips now are purple, eh?
I know. So
it's just a better. But I've done that where I went to the stores and I'll try stuff on and I'll just go, ooh, that's nice. All right, take care.
That is bizarre. I don't think that's something normal or most people do.
I think I have nothing to do because our agent really is just dragging his feet.
You think so?
So
I texted him the other day. Let's see if he texted me back.
Did he?
No.
Oh, not yet.
Can you believe that?
Well, maybe he's busy.
Maybe.
Well, the way I started off my text I didn't send yet was, we hope you're not dead.
Oh.
That would probably be the only excuse me I didn't ruin it. But whatever.
Oh.
We hope you changed your number.
Oh, mine was, he was a lost and nice soul, very missed. It would be sad to see him go. Yeah, I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
Where the hell he is. But yeah, we got to check the old days.
So I have, I do every day. I have, I have a tremendous amount of time. As of late. So I just do nothing.
Yeah, driving around like that's tough though. I mean, I don't.
$2 a gallon. I should.
A little cheaper. I mean, you're picking a real lousy time to do it.
Agreed.
I don't understand why you chose now.
And once again, it's one of those things I don't think I can necessarily explain, because in my head I'll say I really want to go get blank, so I'll drive there and then I'll go, something. I don't really need it now. I can get it some other time. Okay.
Well, maybe that's the bad part. It's taking you so long to go. You're thinking too much. You're like, all right, forget it.
Oh yeah, because when I get there, like I need a vacuum for the last, I don't know, year and a half, and I've seen a million of them, and I keep thinking, I don't like that.
I hate buying that stuff.
I don't. I mean, you're talking like $300.
Yeah.
So it's like this.
It's no fun. You got to spend all that money and you get no fun out of it.
Yeah, exactly, and
It's
and
all
the
work.
vacuum out of it.
It's all work.
Yeah.
You know,
Yay.
I don't like that. I don't like spending money that you have no fun
I
with.
live in an apartment, F them in the rug. How about that?
Yeah. I try to pick things up with this little hand here, but nothing's working. Sorry, my bad.
I used to have one of those Roomba things. Those
Oh, yeah.
things were phenomenal.
Really?
I mean, yeah, you could beat the hell out of them. That thing lasted probably 3 hard years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
hard years, like when I had all the dogs and
I didn't know
a
that.
lot of hair and
I
stuff.
didn't know they worked out well.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
Great.
I don't
They're
think I
expensive.
could have them in my house. I think my dogs go crazy.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You gotta kind of put the dogs away from it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
that's-
And your dogs, yeah, they would probably bite it.
Yeah, they would
Yeah.
go nuts. I know. I mean, just if you go around with a little broom, they go
Yeah, they go badass.
crazy.
Yeah, very true. Very true, John.
Yeah.
Well, did you? I guess because I know
What?
we're getting out of here soon. Anything in the news happened?
Oh no, nothing, Brian.
I was last night. I mean, I know we're waiting today to find out if the Fed is going to be raising
It
the
is.
interest
They
rates.
said I think 2%.
No, 3/4.
3/4?
Yeah, which is very high, and they're saying there's a 25% chance that it's 1 full point.
That's what it was.
What people don't realize is how dramatic that is, and what
That's
that's
a big deal, though, Brian.
well, I think the Biden administration needs somebody to explain it to them too, because yesterday, if you turned on the mainstream media and the liberal news, I heard many people defending this new thing, this new definition of a recession.
Oh yeah,
And
they
saying-
keep doing it.
Yeah, and they're just saying, well, I don't know why people are acting all crazy. I mean, what they're saying is real, and some economists agree. You know, and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? This is when I used to be a stockbroker years ago. That's on the test, by the way. What indicates, what is the indication of a
Really?
recession?
On the
That was on the
test?
test, yes.
Really?
And now for them to say that's not true.
It's just funny that that's always been the definition. 2 downturns, right? Is that how they
yeah,
word
2
it?
down quarters.
Down quarters.
Yeah.
You know, that's always been the definition. I've even known that.
Yeah, 2
You
in a
know,
row.
But then they hear nothing because I know it's never been quite a full year, but it's been close to almost a full.
Well,
so I always thought it was 3/4 of a year, but it's half a year.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, think about what's crazy is you have that and you have inflation. So what the Fed has to do is they have to try to reel in some of the money that they keep printing and sending to other countries. And by doing that, they got to raise the interest rates, which really F's a lot of people. You know what I mean? But it's the only way to try to tighten the money flow, because you have a moron that's just printing trillions of dollars and just acting like it's no big deal. We're not getting any of it, by the way. We're sending it over to
When are they going to
Ukraine,
stop that part?
but,
The printing the trillions of dollars, because it seems
what's
like
the
how
accurate?
it should
Hundreds
be
of
done.
billions.
Yeah, no, oh my God.
Hundreds of billions.
I mean, you would think they should stop doing that.
Yeah, immediately. Like you would start
It kind of
thinking.
hurts the world's economy too, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, unless you're trying to pass the power over to another country, which
Yeah.
it kind of seems that way.
hmm
You know, I mean, it's a lot of weird things going on right now, and you know, I don't know, I mean, that's coming up, and then of course, you know, we got the GDP tomorrow, you know, so
Well, I mean, let's see what happens. I think what's the big thing though, Bri, is once we have a bit of a change, I think something could possibly happen, you know, in a positive way, because I think what has to happen first is got to get everybody out of government. I mean,
I agree.
everybody.
I agree.
You know, it's got to be a complete overhaul, because I think nothing's going to happen. You know, every election I don't trust. I'm not going to trust this one. I got a thing in the mail the other day that I meant to bring it in to send away for vote for mail-in voting. You know, I got a thing for that already. You know, and I'm thinking, oh, look at this.
yeah, for
already started.
September.
Yeah, so they're kind of pushing that down your throat now.
Yep.
You know, so this is just, again, until we change the system till it's a complete 100%, you can't F with it system, which you would think in 2022 and even
We already
beyond,
have that out.
you would think
Should have
that
been.
those systems be in place, especially with the technology of the internet and all that.
But that's-
I know you can't trust the internet, but still.
But that's because you have people now that call everything racist.
Mm.
So if you say, you know something, you really shouldn't have the mail-in voting unless it's for like the military. What are you, racist? What
Yeah,
does that have to do with racism?
it's
So
just the dumbest thing.
everything is racism, because they say that African American people aren't smart enough to figure out where the voting places are or to get IDs.
Yeah,
Or to,
yeah.
And basically, if anything, and I've always said this, if I were an African American person, I would be really insulted by the Democrats' response to voter IDs. I would think, I'm an adult and I do have an ID. Go F yourself. What do you mean I don't have an ID?
Yeah.
Of course I have an ID. But they're just using you as a scapegoat so they can really, the ultimate goal is to have illegals vote.
Mm-hmm. And you can see that. I mean, just the other day they were talking about Biden, which again, this is hilarious to me, all the things that they do, again, after the election by allow these illegals to vote. And then the other thing with these illegals that they're doing is they want to give them all ID cards. Temporary though, just temporary ID cards. And the reason for it, this is the best part, to make it easier for them to travel around the country. So why not just give them temporary ID cards so they can do whatever, they can meander, and because while they're going through the legal process, Brian, at least they'll be able to go travel freely.
And how many people are going through the legal process and how many are already just ending legally because they realize all you have to do is make a right, not a left, and they won't even chase you.
My God.
You can do whatever you want.
But either way.
I guess they call them getaways or something.
The best part about it, though, if you did get caught, you just say, yeah, well, yeah, whatever. I mean, give me my ID card and I'm off.
Yeah. Well, once again, that's how you know the country's been taken over.
Mm-hmm.
The country really has been taken over only because these aren't sane decisions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you need to have a secure election if you want to keep a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
You do, because people who don't want democracy can take over a party and kill it.
I mean, everything they're doing is all so one-sided. I mean, that guy that got attacked the other day, when the guy had the brass knuckles with the spikes on it, and he came in and then he tried to attack the guy. Came pretty close, obviously.
Yeah, he did. He had that knife up to his neck.
Right up to him. So there's some damage that could have been done. Luckily, it didn't happen, but the guy gets immediately released from jail. On the flip side, you just heard what happened yesterday as a guy from the whole insurrection. First guy sentenced to 5 years.
Unbelievable.
5 years.
Unbelievable.
What?
And there are people on the other side saying he should have got more.
Yeah.
I was watching, by the way, CNN and MSNBC yesterday when they were talking about that, and they actually were interviewing people that were in shock, saying they should have got 20 years.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, are you kidding me? 5 years for that? But that guy who just attacked that guy. Was he a lieutenant governor or he's running for?
He was running for governor.
Yeah, so pretty good position. That guy gets freed the same day.
Yep.
You know, and
that's what we've elected the evil.
Unbelievable, and it's just the side they're on. If it was on the other side, if that was say a guy from the Democrat Party and he was giving a speech and another guy came up in a "Make America Great Again" hat,
they would have arrested Trump.
Oh my God, yeah, because you know what Trump said on this day.
Well, if you watch
what happened.
This ridiculous committee that they had on, and honestly, I try not to as much as possible, but I do watch segments of it, and it is the dumbest thing, and I think it's embarrassing they're trying to sell this as any type of real.
Me too.
I mean, this is one-sided, and this is what always baffles me. Is like, of course, Biden came out and called Trump a coward the other day.
Yeah.
And, are you kidding me? And then said something like, "You can't be behind the police and behind something."
Yeah. Oh my God.
So he's saying that Trump wasn't a cop supporter.
Yeah.
Are you guys nuts?
It's so funny how they keep continuing to badmouth Trump.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's because they know he's coming.
There is not one bad thing that man did in office that you could say hurt this country. Everything he did helped this country. I don't care how much of a Biden supporter you are. You can't look back and be like, oh, damn, we did have a little bit better than this.
A lot better.
I mean, holy crap. All right. And you have to, at some point, stop not blaming somebody else. You have to, at some point, be like, oh, yeah, without truth, Russia's fault. That's this person's fault. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and say, "Oh crap!
And you're a year and a half into this. This is your policy.
We did that. My bad."
Yeah.
You know, and that's really bad.
We're in a weird place, and like I said, I do believe that we've elected the evil and the mentally ill.
Yep.
And then what they've done brilliantly was they became word police.
Yeah.
And now, anytime you go against anybody, it's not because you disagree with what they're saying. It's because you're a racist in some way and you hate them.
Definitely.
You know, that's why when they talk about, I was watching this thing yesterday. There's this horrible show on, I think it's CNN. It was called like the Shades of America or something, of course, and it's this African American guy who's just a racist.
Mm-hmm.
He's just an out and out racist, and you know, it's supposed to be this, and empowering TV show,
Yeah,
when really it's nothing but just racism headed the other way.
Empowering is not when you're shutting one down and then lifting another. It's just empowering is say, hey, there's a deficit here, let's bring it up so we're all equal.
Exactly.
That's not, I mean, what you're doing.
I don't think anybody really wants equality, though.
Yeah, and that, man, but that's all they're parading about. That's all they're saying they want is equality, but they really don't.
Yeah.
So
Crazy.
Stupid, so stupid. All right, everybody, enjoy the day. We are Renegade Radio. Have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We are Renegade Radio. Have a good one. Goodbye.
So you think, what about that, by the way?
What?
That whole thing with her?
Well, I think she's saying